Hey everybody, for today's project, I'm going to be repairing this wall. I know that there was some pretty bad leaks, so I'm going to expose the rest of the wall like down there and clean everything up, put some new 2x4s in where the old ones rotted out, and patch the hole. I have everything cut square, that way my drywall will run straight up to it. I also went around and removed all the nails. I had to make a quick run to Lowe's. I had to get some insulation, got some 2x material back there. Basically what I want to do now is take my Sawzall. I'm going to cut out the rotted parts of the studs and then start reframing the wall. So what I have here is a pressure treated 2x4. The rest are just regular studs, but I got the pressure treated 2x4 to run along the bottom here. The stud's 8 foot long, so I'm gonna cut from like right here, right there, and it's a little under 8 foot. Okay, so before I can go ahead and reframe the wall, I need to go ahead and fix the problem I just ran into. You can kind of see the wall is a little wetter right here. And I came up here to look at this pipe, and it's not even connected. So water's just been dripping down here. I thought it was fixed prior to me getting here. I guess not, and I'll have to get up there and fix it again. Now that I got that leak patched, I'm going to go ahead and start framing up the wall. Now we have the wall framed. You can tell that I toenail screwed all these studs in, and that's not going to go anywhere. It's nice and solid now. Now the stud spacing itself is in exactly 16 inches. For example, this one here is like 15.5 inches, but for what I'm doing, it doesn't have to be perfect. I had the sister up to that stud, and that stud, so it kind of threw things off. But it'll still be good enough and still in code. My next step, I'm gonna take the insulation and cut it to a length, fill it in the studs. That way it keeps everything on the outside out, makes the garage nice and toasty. I'm also gonna make a little panel that I can put right up here to fill that hole in. Now that the pipe's insulated, I can go ahead and put this piece of wood up. For tonight, I'm gonna leave this open, just let it air dry. The previous contractor left a bunch of drywall scraps, so I'm gonna be patching my hole with a whole bunch of these. For anyone that's never ran drywall before, what I did was I cut the piece of drywall and made sure that the 2x4 is split evenly on each side so that I can have half of my drywall on one half of the 2x and the other part on the other half. It's day 2 and we're gonna continue patching the wall. As you can see, I've got some fans blowing on the wall right there. Try to dry it out, but let's go ahead and patch the rest of this up. are still going. This wall is slowly drying, so it should be ready for installation soon. Next, I'm gonna go ahead, get my mud tools, and start patching this stuff up. Another pro tip. So I have my mud here in the sink, but before I go and put it on the walls, I'm gonna take some dish soap and sprinkle that on there. And basically what that does is it binds to the mud and makes it apply on the wall smoother with less bubbles. From what I can tell, it looks pretty dry. So we're gonna go ahead, take the fans down, and insulate the rest of the wall.
Yeah.
it's day 3 of the project. Behind me, we got the wall. It's patched up. All the mud has had time to dry. And I was working on it last night. The power went out on me. We were having really bad storms up here. So I didn't get to clean up the floor and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and tackle that now. So I thought about it, and I'm not gonna really include me sanding the wall. I mean, basically I'm just gonna go from I'm gonna sand it first, the really light sand, get all the high spots down. I'm gonna put a second coat on. I'll sand that again with 120 to make it smoother, and then I'll apply my third coat. Now when I apply my coats, the first coat is usually about 4 inches apart from the crack. The second coat, you wanna go about 1 or 2 inches from each side, so 6 to 8 inches. And the third coat, that should span a large distance. That way you can't see the transition from one sheet to the other. So I'll go ahead and do that, sand everything up, and then that'll be the end of this project. But thank you guys for watching. I got more videos coming out, so stay posted and keep on learning.